Hello, wherever you are in the world, day, morning, evening. I hope you're having a great one. I'm Sher, and I'm coming on to do a collective read first, and then I'll do individual pulls for those to whom I am drawn, and I will post a donation link. So there will be two parts to this video. The first part, the collective, I will upload to YouTube. So yeah, I do own the rights to the music you hear playing in the background. I composed and recorded that in 528 hertz, so you're receiving healing energies as it plays. So let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on with the collective. Again, if you would like individual pulls, stick around after the collective read ends and we'll get you set up. All right, go ahead and start here. I hope you guys are doing great. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, please connect with me on Messenger or at sherrijens@gmail.com. Okay, here we go. For the collective, please, Spirit, for the collective. I'm hearing tuning energies. I'm hearing tuning energies. What else? Okay. Overcoming fears. Overcoming fears. Or toxic patterns. So what I'm hearing is toxic patterns from the past here. Long-term situations here from the past. There's an overcoming, a sense of overcoming right now in the collective. Now these toxic patterns, these toxic traits, they can be ancestral traits, right? They can be cultural conditioning that we are overcoming and breaking these ancestral curses by breaking these chains of behavior that don't serve us, that are not beneficial to us. As a collective, we are doing this. We are taking a look, reflecting, and seeing what do we need to release, what do we need to rebuild, how do we want to shift our approach to life. And that's gorgeous. What do we want to create here? After a time of conflict. For some, it's about a love situation. There's drama around a love situation. For others, there's drama and conflict around a serious decision. Inner conflict. And I'm also hearing input. So we may be getting input, like, comments from the peanut gallery, so to speak. And so Spirit is guiding us to tune that out. And that leads me back to the channeling that I was receiving about tuning in. So yeah, tuning out comments from the peanut gallery, as it were, who may not know what is best for us. We're the ones who knows what's best for us, right? We're the only one who really knows that. And so it's a matter of taking what others say, others' opinions with a grain of salt. And I'm hearing ancestrally too. So just because we thought a particular thing or learned a particular thing, an idea or a mindset, it doesn't mean that it was valid. It doesn't mean that it is valid now. So these things may be no longer valid. These ways of looking at the world, these ways of looking at ourselves, these ways of thinking, these ways of behaving, any self-limiting beliefs, and we're releasing those, and we're coming up with our own new paradigms in this new earth, right? And we are all ascending. We are all ascending, and we are all embracing these new ideas. We're creating them together. We're co-creating them with Spirit. We're deciding what brings us happiness and what feels like harmony and peace. What we want to create. And again, for some, it is about partnerships. But either way, it is about a major decision here There are relationship decisions to be made. Here we go, soulmates coming in for us. And soulmates come in all ilk, right? All kinds. We have all kinds of soulmates. So we are getting soulmates that are business colleagues. We are getting soulmates that are friends. We are getting soulmates that are romantic partners. But what is different about this particular situation as opposed to that last cycle is there's not a toxic level to it. There's not toxicity within it. And so toxic ways of thinking, behaving, imbalances in power in the relationship dynamics, we're releasing that and coming into something that is much more balanced, much more harmonious, much more joyful, much more giving, compassionate. And look at these. They're facing one another and looking at each other with adoration here. So that is what we are doing with one another, whether these are friends or lovers, whether these are business partners or family members. We are seeing them with new eyes. We are seeing them with new eyes. As these things come into balance, can this expand globally? Yes. Can it expand from our individual lives to the actual collective on a global level? Yes. We're seeing one another. Namaste means I see you, right? The divine in me sees and honors the divine in you. And that is what we are embodying now. We are embodying this unconditional love, and we are embodying this sense of give and take, mutual respect, mutual love, mutual compassion and kindness. And we are seeing one another because we're seeing ourselves for what we truly are as divine beings of light. Because we're releasing anything that has told us otherwise, that has kept us feeling stuck or bound or fearful. We're releasing fear, we're overcoming this. And that, again, is this long-term cycle. For some, it is about these organizational, institutional injustices that are being overcome and released. But it is conditioning that we are releasing as a collective. We are releasing on an individual level, and we are releasing as a group. Okay. That's amazing. And for some of us, we are speaking our truths. We're getting a lot of throat chakra activations. Here we go. What you give will come back. I love it. This is the law of karma. What you give will come back. So as we're giving this love, as we're giving this compassion, as we're giving it to ourselves, some of us for the first time, we are exuding this outward, and we are getting it back. It's being reciprocated. It's being reciprocated now. Nice. Because we've released this old conditioning that told us we weren't enough. And now we're loving ourselves and able to give that more freely to others. Yeah, it's just really absolutely gorgeous. And so for some, there's romance coming in here. Again, the soulmates are often romantic partners. And it says pucker up buttercup. So there could be some romance coming in for some of us. What else, Spirit? There we go. Grab my specs here. This is just a gorgeous reading. The energies feel great. A life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. Yeah, so we're seeing as a collective that life isn't meant to be work and then transition, you know. It's not like that. We're supposed to get some joy out of it. And we're supposed to release, and it's not about trying to create everything in one day. It's not about working and for what we may have perceived as success in the past, successful outcomes. We're seeing this differently. We're seeing our ideas about what feels secure and abundant. We're seeing abundance differently as a collective and as individuals. And we're understanding that we don't have to be on the treadmill in order to have this. We're looking at it differently now. We're looking at it differently now. And we're coming more from love, from the heart, rather than from the logical mind, from that last very long age. As we move into this age of Aquarius, which is heart-based, and we are redefining as a group on a national level, on a global level, what success means. What success means, and again, it looks different to all of us because we all want different things. We all want to feel good. We all want to be happy. We all want to be joyful. We all want to do something that we feel passionate about. Those things we all have in common, yet they look different to each of us. That looks slightly different to each of us. Discovery, yeah, a time of discovery here for us. We're discovering, some of us, again, for the first time, and we really are. And we really are on a soul level. What we stand for, what is worth fighting for in a sense. But it's like the fight, like the battle is with love, right? The battle is not with love, but the battle is the weapon. Thank you. The weapon, quote, weapon is love. Like our tool to move forward is love. Because we're releasing these old conditionings that have told us, look, you gotta do this, you gotta do the 9 to 5, you gotta, you know. But we're defining our own sense of success and discovering what that means to us by tuning in and tapping into who we really are. And we never had the time before because we were on this crazy treadmill. You know, we were on this treadmill. And bittersweet release. It's like bittersweet looking back at that past. It's bittersweet. And again, these decisions haven't been easy for any of us. These decisions haven't been easy because always they're drawing me to the back of this card here. Because walking towards something always involves walking away from something else. And so there's an inherent sense of bittersweetness in what we are walking away from as we walk towards something else in our lives, as we discover what it is that we want and what means happiness and fulfillment to us, what success means to us. That's gorgeous. All right, and one more. Adjustments are required. Yeah, so we're making adjustments. We're tweaking our ideas, our plans, and our approaches. We're tweaking our ways of thinking, and we're tweaking our ideas of what we want to move toward, what we want to manifest, what we want in a partnership, what we want in a friendship, what we want for ourselves in the long term, and what brings us joy. Wow. Okay, one more. direction. Yeah, we're choosing a new direction again. Communicating clearly. So it's really important for us to communicate clearly as we move toward these goals. But we're not, it's not like the old kind of goals. Our goals are different now. Our goals are different now. It's not like, oh, how do you see yourself in 5 years, you know? It's that, but it's not like so concrete, it's so tangible. It's not like, oh, I want to have, you know, this certificate, that, you know, not that there's anything wrong with that, but what we are moving toward is on a much, much deeper level. Very soul level deep. So I wish you well. That is the collective read. Again, guys, please stick around if you would like an individual poll, and we'll do that as soon as I end the collective part here so that I can upload that to YouTube. So if you join me for the collective, thank you so much. Please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you would like to book a private reading with me, please connect with me on Messenger or at sherrijens@gmail.com. I have a wide variety of styles and price ranges to meet your needs. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.